Hello and welcome to the Here For It podcast with Crys
and Melis.
We're two sisters that are here to bring you real, relatable topics that we hope will inspire you,
Cause you to think, laugh, and grow.
And remember, if you like something you hear, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Now,
Let's get into today's topic. You want to say it?
Let's do it together.
On the count of 3.
Welcome to the Here For It podcast.
I'm Crys.
And I'm Melis.
Hey guys, we missed y'all. We're back.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to.
Literally. Like, we sorry, y'all. But we're here. New set, okay?
Loving it.
You see the sign,
Yes.
okay? You see the drinks. Like, we're trying to step it up a little bit, guys.
And my favorite thing, microphone check them. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes, so we are here, and we're so happy to be here. We have a lot to share with you all. I feel like we're going like deep. Like, I felt like season 1 was fun. It was kind of surface, kind of deep, you know.
Yeah.
But now we just going all the way deep.
Yeah, I think we were trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
How it's gonna work, what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Think of what, went well, what didn't go well. So
Right.
hopefully you guys will enjoy this season.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some good stuff.
Yeah, and we want you guys to interact with us even more. Like, we have a lot of questions for y'all this season.
Yeah.
We want to, talk about topics that are important to you guys, not just, what's important to us. The world is crazy. It's some crazy stuff happening. So, we just want y'all to interact with us more. So promise us that you will interact with us more.
Yeah, and thank you for the people that did. I mean, we got so many responses, like just outside, like, hey, when is the podcast coming back? Or I enjoyed this or that. So it's good to get that feedback and just to hear from you guys. So we wanted a little bit more. So just keep it coming.
Keep going.
So yeah. So,
So what else?
I don't know what you've been doing.
Wait, time out. I need to say something. So remember, when we were younger, Melissa taught me to get some mascara and put a fake mole on.
Listen,
I got it back. So I'm nervous.
Where's it at? Right there. So cute.
But I don't want my mole to come off. So if you see me just acting weird, it's the mole. I'm trying to make sure.
I forgot all about that. Listen,
She put me on game.
Sharpie markers, okay? And put big round moles on my face, like right here. And I went to Shaw High School for like a good portion. I used to be walking around chewing gum with this mole. It used to be smeared. That's what I'm saying.
If you don't keep an eye on it, it's going to smear.
You be thinking you cute.
So if my mole is going wrong.
But you got like 3 of them by your eyes.
That's the crazy thing. I have my own, but I don't have one right here.
Yeah.
That's new. Is that new?
No, I've been had this one.
I ain't never seen that.
I've had this all my life. So I got this one right here on my eye. Yeah.
Why are we so moley? Like,
I don't know.
Listen,
I got them everywhere.
After I had Maddie, my dog, my last child, I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
So
all on my hands, on my legs. So
that's weird. You can get them removed, but it's my
I don't
personality.
want that, girl. Cute. This is cute.
Okay,
That's
and
sexy.
one more won't hurt.
I know. That's a cute fake mo. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. What
Y'all
you do
like
it with? Mascara?
I did mascara, so that's how I know it's gonna smear. So we gotta hurry up with this podcast.
You just need to get you a Sharpie marker because Sharpie marker.
Put a little poison right there.
Yeah, right there. It won't mess your face up. It'll look good. No, it's cute though. I like it.
Thank you.
I like that. I should have got me one. You should have told me.
Next week, moles. Everybody, come with your moles.
Moles on deck. All right. Don't say nothing to me.
Okay. So what else? So what are we going to be talking about this week?
So I was thinking, well, I know it took us a while to come back. Sorry, guys. We just had so much stuff going on. But I was thinking that, relationships. Everybody wants to know about relationships. Everybody's talking about relationships because I think in our life, everything is about relationship. Absolutely. Whether it's your friends, your
co-workers, your husband, your boyfriend.
Yeah, all that. Yeah. So we're going to talk about it from our angle. And I think, every time that you hear something, you get a nugget from anybody. Absolutely. Anybody that talks about it. So we're going to talk about it this time. So it's gonna be real up in here because we're gonna share some things and talk about some things and hear some things. Do some things.
Right. So I thanging all the whole season. I got thing.
Girl, they doing a things.
No.
All right. Yeah.
So singleness is one of the things we want. One of the topics we want to talk about. One of the episodes. So like for me, when I think about singleness, and obviously we're just going to hit on these topics a little bit, but then when we do the actual episode, we'll delve deeper, right? So when I think about being single, one of the crazy things is I think about, I don't know how to be single. Like I am one of those girls that like I need to be in a relationship. Like
really,
if I sense that my man is about to break up with me, I'll be like, who could I run to? To share this empty space. Melissa, I don't know how to be single. It's scary to me. Like I need to be in a relationship, so I don't even know how to be single. Like no.
Well, I am married, but I knew how to be single. I don't know. I think all my life I've been single. I was born single.
I came into this world single.
So no, I knew how to do. There was one point in time in my life where I felt like, oh my gosh, I can't do this by myself. But once I figured it out, myself was by myself, and I was not afraid. No.
Yeah. So when people talk about single and saved and single and satisfied, I'd be like, they is lying.
They is so lying.
But it's a thing, huh?
It is a thing. You have to be satisfied with yourself. Yeah. And I don't know what it is. It just has to be like you as an individual. But like for me, man, I could just sit there by myself and be so content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And just, I don't know, read something, create something, use my mind, go to the gym when I want to. So I think okay,
Paul. That's how. All right. It's giving Paul. It's giving Apostle Paul right now. He said, he told the people in the Bible, if you be like me, be single. But if you can't, go ahead.
Paul was kind of, he was going through it because in his mind, he wanted to do this thing, and then he was doing the other thing, and he was doing the thing that he didn't want to do.
It was giving bipolar.
It was. So that's why he was single. That's how I was single. Yes, it was. Oh, crazy. No, but when I think about being single, I wish that somebody would have taught me how to be in a relationship or a wife, because you get all of these like be single, wait on the Lord, serve him, give of your time, volunteer, pour into yourself, self-care. Right. That's all good. But if you do too much of that, then you don't know how to give to anybody else.
Right. When it's time to be a wife or a girlfriend, you're like, I know how to
self-care. I'm doing this for me. This is all me. I make my own money. I pay my own bills. That's true. Do this. And
so it's like, how do you become unsingle?
Yeah. Unsingle in your mind. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be talking about.
That is what the episode will be about. We may or may not have a single guest or two. We'll see. You'll just have to show up and be surprised.
Y'all got to be talking about, y'all can't be out here afraid to talk about y'all singleness.
Right. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
What else we gonna talk about?
I think parenting. Yes. Parenting is important. It's a relationship. People think like parents is just like, oh, I tell you what to do because I'm your parent.
Oh my gosh, let me tell y'all. So at my church, I'm a youth leader at my church, and I did a little program. We do youth church. So, they have church at the big house where the adults are, and then I have a small group of young people, and we talk and that kind of thing. So we did this program, if you will, called Dear Parents, right? And I asked the kids to write down things that they wish that they could tell their parents. Y'all, if y'all seen some of them responses, they were heartbreaking. They were shocking.
Yeah.
And what it revealed to me was that, man, we need to bridge the gap between kids and parents. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because these kids are not like the kids I used to be.
The kids we used to be is not the kids today.
It ain't them. It's not them. And, obviously the world is more wicked, and parenting is a thing, like knowing how to do it, having a relationship with your kids where they feel comfortable. I mean, these kids were saying, I wish I could tell my mom about my sexuality. I wish I could tell them, that I plan on having sex this weekend. I wish them, I wish they weren't divorced. I mean, it was just so much. And so we want to talk about and delve more into like that parent-child relationship.
It's so important.
Oh my gosh.
And here's another thing too. Each of your children are different. Mm-hmm. Every last one of them needs something different from you. So the way that you was a parent to your first child is almost different from your second. If you have a second batch, that's totally different. The time is different. So those relationships are so important. Yeah. And I think that's like an awareness that we kind of need to talk about. Because I don't think we talk. Do we talk about that?
I ain't heard nobody talking about that.
Was y'all talking about that?
Do y'all be talking about that?
No, I don't think
they say that. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet.
Y'all don't have no relationships with y'all kids.
We have to fix it. And we might talk about a little bit, because obviously we are parents. But for those of you that don't have children, well, how's your relationship with your parents? Mm-hmm. So everybody can get into it, because we all either are parenting now or we have parents.
Yeah.
And there is just a whole huge disconnection that the enemy, Satan, is like, he wants to
break up the family.
Like literally. Yeah. Like, I mean, we'll talk about even the TV shows and Disney and all that is geared.
Don't get me started.
Listen, we're going to save it, but we're going to talk about that.
All right, okay. It's too much, because I can talk on and on about that.
Seriously.
Marriage. That's big, man. That's big.
Marriage. We're going to talk about marriage for those of us that's still hanging on, okay?
Yeah, still hanging on in there. What I want to say is hang in there.
Hang in there. Let God be the glue. No, seriously, y'all. So marriage, I mean, divorce is on the rise. It's been on the rise for years, but it's like, the closer we get to the Lord coming back, the more people is like, I don't like your shirt. I'm divorcing you.
You know, I ain't never liked that shirt, and you keep wearing it.
For any reason, people are throwing in the towel, and I think part of the problem is everybody has their own individual trauma that they haven't dealt with.
Yeah.
People ain't going to therapy, especially, I don't want to say especially the men, but I think women tend to be more willing to do therapy, and men are like, I'm not telling nobody my business.
Yeah.
So therefore we suffer. It's a lot. Men's be cheating, women's be cheating.
Women be cheating too.
It's side chicks everywhere you go. I walk out the door, side chick right there. They're everywhere.
Chick.
Side dudes, DMs.
Side chick here, side chick there.
Everywhere side chick. They everywhere.
Gobble here. Gobble. Here, gobble there, gobble. It's everywhere. But they're also, and I think about marriage, like for those of us that are holding on, I mean, there are people that, they are doing well. How y'all doing so good? What is the secret?
Tell us your secret.
What's the secret?
No, I mean, I gotta call a secret.
You do. How long you been married?
Right. 19 years. 20 next year. And we be having some good times. We be having some bad times too.
Yeah.
But when we are having good times, there are like some secrets and to having those good times. And when times are bad, it's just self that's in the way. You be like, I'm into me. I'm gonna do me, and I don't care about whatever. I
don't care how you think or feel.
Yeah, it's self.
I mean,
and the devil, but
it's the devil. It's the devil. Yeah. It's selfish ambition is in the way. It's so much stuff that gets in the way, and I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna talk about things that we wish that we knew before getting married.
Come on, just give us a little preview. What you wish you knew?
There is not enough things that I could say that I wish I knew.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things is that I didn't realize that when you get married, you are expected to grow and to change.
Yeah.
Well, I get married, I'm good. I'm good the way I was. I came into this like this.
Yeah.
We good right here.
Yeah.
But you really have to work on change. You have to work on growth.
So do you think that you have to grow? Or do you think that, I don't know if I agree that you have to grow. I think that you end up growing and sometimes you didn't mean to. Like,
no, you got to. You got to
really?
be. Sometimes you got to be intentional.
About
what if you don't
growing?
want to? What if you don't want to grow in a certain area? What if you like the way you are?
Well,
and it doesn't work for your marriage.
Well, they shouldn't have married you because they should have known that.
Up.
Right.
So, but then you got to get it together, though. It's like but that's the thing that you need to know before you marry.
That you might have to.
That you might have to grow.
You like growing? No, you might have to.
If you don't want to grow, then don't get with me. Or if you're not willing to compromise, or if you're not willing to, you gotta do those things, and you need to know that before you get married.
See, I think that's what I'm saying. So I do think that you should grow and evolve together, right? But I also think that y'all need to do y'all work before so that you are secure with him, how he is, he's secure with you, how you are, and y'all come into the union. If y'all want to grow together, that's cool. But don't get with me
and grow somewhere else.
Or don't get with me and expect for me to grow, because
I'm here.
You shouldn't have married me then.
I'm involved.
Or you should have told me that you had plans for me to be growing.
That right there.
Do I look like a plant?
Do I look like I want to grow?
I'm already
big. I'm already big, boo. I'm not trying to grow.
Sign up for that.
But I don't know. But I think in life, even if you get the job that you want, and you are at the pinnacle of the epitome at the top of your job,
right,
you still have to grow within that role and expand. You do it. If you don't, you get behind or you get let go. In your marriage, if you stay the same way that you came and you don't grow, you begin to die.
But why do you have to grow? Where do you have to grow to?
You gotta keep growing. You grow to heaven. Growing to heaven.
It's that way.
You grow up. I don't know. But you have to grow. If you're a kid, you gotta grow. You gotta grow up. You gotta think different. And you gotta change some things. And that, I didn't know that. I'm like, marriage, boom. You cute.
Right.
I'm cute.
Right.
You sing, I sing,
right,
check.
Right.
Okay, we go to church,
right,
check.
Right. I get that.
We could do anything.
Well, I want to add this to it though, too, for me. So I got married when I was 23.
Let's talk about her getting married. First of all, I called her and she was
like, girl.
I'm like, hey, Crystal, what you doing? She be like, I'm going to call you right back. I'm getting married right quick.
Listen, we have to bring my husband on the show because it's a very, very funny story that involves us not even having the money to get married. A mess, a whole young mess. But this is what I wanted to say. 23-year-old me is not 42-year-old me. I didn't know when I was 23 that I was going to change. And I'm not talking about my character traits. I'm talking about just even stuff that I like to do. I mean, I don't know. I think I agree with you that you have to grow. But I also think that before you marry someone, whoever they are and whatever they are, you need to be okay with that. Accepting them
for who they are.
Yeah. So if I came into a marriage with a dude and he was wearing I don't know, joggers and slippers, you know.
Right. Before y'all, while y'all were dating, while we were
dating, and I didn't like it. In my mind, I can't be like, oh, why? When we get married, he ain't gonna do that no more.
Right.
And so then we get married, you know.
And the expectation.
He's expected to change, or I'm complaining about it, or whatever. It's like, no, baby, I've been wearing these same slippers and these same jogging pants while we was dating, so don't try to change me.
Yeah.
So I know that's surface level growth. It's not like your character and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess I just see it both ways. I think what I'm trying to say is, baby, before you get married, because I know you want to get married. I know the Bible says it's better to marry than to burn. But you got to take your time with that thing.
You got to take your time.
You got to do some research. You have to know yourself, y'all. I'm talking about so intimately. You need to know... You know, do I want to have the fan on at night?
The fan on at night.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And am I cooking dinner? Do I want to sit down and sit at the table for dinner every day? No, I want to go to the gym. I want to go to a meeting in the evening. I like meetings. I like leadership. I like doing these things as opposed to, you got to know that thing to
you got to know.
And you got to know what works for you. And then, never settle. Never ever settle.
Don't do it.
And if, even if it in your marriage that you find that, oh man, I wish I would have known this stuff. It's either now it's a choice. Yeah. Now it's a choice. Do I work on this? Part. Do I stay on this or do I leave? And that's some of the things that we're going to talk about and cover.
Yeah, and I feel like with what you're saying, a lot of people be like, well, I'm about to leave. You know, it's very easy to leave. Yeah. It's difficult to stay. It's difficult to, just do the hard, do that work. Do the work. So do the work before you get married. That's all I'm saying. But we are going to talk about it more. Yeah. We're going to actually have an amazing guest to talk with us about it. Yeah. And so if you have any marriage questions though, go ahead and drop them in the comments today so that as we gear up for that very special episode, we can incorporate some of your questions.
Yeah, I think that'll be real good. And some of your comments, and even if you have some advice that you think is going to be beneficial to people, we're here for that too. I think that'll be good. And talking about marriage, talking about family relationships, we talked about with our kids, but one of the things, because we are like sisters, we do have another sister, y'all. That's her name, Jen.
We do. We're going to see if we can get her on here. We're going to see what we can do.
Days.
We trying, okay?
We trying. We'll see. That would be good to have. That would be good to talk about it. Jen.
Yeah.
If you watching.
Yeah. So we'll see. If we can get her on. But talking about sisterhood, it's gonna be huge. Yeah. I mean, because sisters and brothers, siblings fight. Y'all, my kids be fighting. I'll be like, what is wrong with y'all? So kids fight.
My kids have never fought.
That's good.
And they just got along so well. So for me, like, I didn't know. I didn't even realize that just because you're sisters doesn't mean that y'all are friends.
It don't mean nothing.
I didn't know that. I found that out like a couple months ago.
You mean to tell me that means we're not friends?
You mean to tell me you don't like me? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm not saying that that's what happened, but I'm just saying that now I understand, like, when I see other because our family has gotten along so well.
Yeah, our family
I just didn't realize that there are people that just don't like people. Like, mothers don't really like this kid. Yeah. And kids don't really like. I was watching the Dear Wifey podcast. And I was watching who was on there? Gugu from the sister Mary Mary's sister.
I want to see that one.
So good. But she talked about how her father did not like her.
Oh.
She wasn't the one that he liked.
Chosen one.
Right. Yeah. She wasn't. He couldn't stand her because of her personality and who she was. Wow. And so I was just listening like, wow. Yeah. So that kind of stuff happens in families. It's a real thing.
I remember in a counseling session that the counselor was saying, in terms of siblings, everybody has a different seat at the table, and everybody has a different experience. And like you're saying, Melissa, for so many years, y'all, I really thought that her experiences were mine and my other sister's experiences. We're all the same. Like we all we was in the same house together. So we're the same. And it's like, no.
I hope Jen can come because y'all don't know. I'm going to sip this lemonade.
It's kids.
It's good. It's good.
We're gonna see what we can do, but we got to talk about just sisterhood and siblingship. That's a word.
Siblingship.
We need to talk about siblingship. Because it's crazy. It could be crazy, y'all. Okay. All right. What else we gonna talk about?
So, one of the things. Okay. So. I think we made this up.
Okay.
We don't have a title for it yet, but we'll let you know what we call it wife school.
Wife school.
Yeah.
Let the older women teach the younger women.
Teach us what to do and how to be. And we should have like a mentorship program. If you're looking to be a wife, what do I need to do and train me in that? I think in the Bible days or like even in African cultures, they would go away like when they're 12 and get training on how to hunt, how to fish, how to be a man. They get the little, they get a little cut on their face or something. I don't want to cut, little thing. But you come back a woman, you get your menstrual cycle or something, and you learn how to bake bread and cook and serve and all those things.
Be submissive.
And We didn't learn that.
No. No, if you didn't have an example of that, you know, in your own home, so think about single parent homes and that kind of thing, you just mimic what you see. And especially in today's world, it's all about being a strong, fierce Black woman.
Women rule the world. Oh my gosh. I'm independent.
And I blame Beyonce for that. I'm just saying Bayhive is going to get me, but I do. I blame her. I blame some of the music and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And just women's rights and all that kind of stuff. It's really difficult to, you know, stand for all of that and learn what it really means to be submissive. So we're going to talk about, I know you guys seen, or you may have seen, there's this viral video going around. I don't know the young lady's name, but she's talking about, you know, I spoil my man and I serve him, and kind of what it means to serve him. So she's like, I'll scratch his back all night until he falls asleep, and then I know that he's sleep in a deep sleep because, you know, his breathing pattern is changed and stuff like that. And some women were agreeing with her, but many women was like, sis, we're not scratching backs all night because we got 8 kids in the other room that are hungry, and
I've been at work all day.
Like, come on now. So yeah,
no, I think you can scratch backs. I mean, at least for a half semi-sleep. What do you, Remy? No, what you call that?
REM sleep. I scratch till you get to REM sleep, and that's
that middle sleep, not the deep sleep. The middle sleep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I ain't scratching no more. I don't want to scratch no more.
I'm not scratching. I'm not doing your back to no deep sleep now. No. You can't expect that.
You're asking too much. You've gone too far.
What things you need to know before you get married is how long you gonna scratch his back.
How long? Write it down.
What point you gonna scratch his back to?
Put it in your notes, sis. Okay.
Well, the way that she was thinking, I'm like, I wish I had some of that. I want to be that.
I thought it was good. I really, really did. I just think that she was just speaking for herself from her own perspective, you know, and what it means. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like being submissive has some similar things to men, but then it could be different from man to man. I don't know if
man to man, like
from husband to husband, right?
Oh, so
got you. Where my husband may think that if we're having an argument or about to have an argument, if I let him get the last word, then that's being submissive.
That is.
Whereas the next man might be like, well, that's not the thing to me. But being submissive is, you know, when it comes to bill time or, you know, just whatever
my back to deep sleep.
Right, deep sleep. That's what submissive is for that man. So I have wanted to know, and that goes back to this whole wife school, like, y'all, I know the Bible tell me to be submissive. What does that mean? And at the end of the day, it's really your relationship with God. It's the Holy Spirit leading you and guiding you on how to serve your man and your willingness to serve. I mean, because you got to be willing.
You got to move self totally out of the way.
You got to be like,
and that's hard to do, but that's like serving God. And it's a mindset that if you don't have, and if you weren't trained up in the way that you should go, trying to get it now, you like, look,
it's hard. It's difficult.
Very difficult to do.
It can be difficult.
And with everything, it's not only that, but it's also sin. In the world, the things that we've gone through as women, the rejection, the hurt, you know, dad problems and guy problems and getting cheated. It's so much. It's
a whole lot. Like, how do you want me to submit to you after we've had these experiences?
Or somebody else. She's just by the time you get your husband, you all
be like, I ain't got none of that.
Nigga, I'm done.
Okay, let's just watch a movie or something.
I'm gonna be your wife. You're gonna be my husband.
Right.
I see you when I get home.
Right.
And but then at the same time, I mean, it really takes two. And for you to be submissive, you want that husband that makes you want to give that respect and that submission. Lots of stuff to talk about. Lots of things that we want to cover. And, you know, if there's something that you want us to talk about, like we said, share it with us. Talk to us this time around. We're going to talk about it.
I think the last one we're going to talk about is friendships. So we talked about sisterhood, but we're talking about kind of like siblings, right? So that friendship piece is, you know, your girlfriends, or your guys, you know, and some girls have, you know, opposite sex friends or whatever. But just being there, being present for friends. We're going to talk about needy friends. We're going to talk about,
I don't have that many. Having a best friend.
What were we talking about? Like, sometimes you have those friends where y'all don't talk for a long time, and then when y'all catch up, it's like, you never missed a beat.
I love those.
But then those are the best kind. But then sometimes you have those friends like, you haven't called me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember that thing that we're gonna read?
Yeah. We'll talk about that more. But it was basically saying friends that don't understand that you have a life, or you have trials, or that you're stressed out, or have anxiety, and you haven't talked to that person in a long time, because life is just happening, and life does happen. I'm one of those people. Yeah. I need people in my circle that will understand that and just know, hey, we are still good, girl. We are
still
good.
Love you.
Yes, I still love you.
I be seeing you on Facebook. I like
your picture. Yeah, I liked your picture.
But that's all I got is a like right now. I cannot talk to you.
But that's so funny, because I think about like, Crystal, you and your circle, it's a whole bunch of y'all. And y'all have to check on each other, and hold each other accountable, and talk about.
I don't be checking on them.
They don't check on y'all.
The words. I love them so much. Yeah. I think about them, but I am not good at that.
Yeah.
And but what I will say is they push me to be better.
Yeah, they do.
Like, oh man, they done called me now.
That's that growing. That's that growing.
It is.
That's that growing that you're pushed to do.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship.
Yeah. Regardless of the type of relationship, you have to grow. Yeah. And it also speaks to, they haven't been the type like, well, she ain't calling me, so I'm not going to continue to pursue her. I'm in a prayer group and we were talking about relationships. And one of the girls in the prayer group said, she made me so mad because it was right. She said, love pursues. Period. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it really does. Like, God's love pursues us regardless of how we treat him. We turn our back. I mean, we're wretched and ratchet and all of it.
He pursues us every time.
He pursues us because he loves us. And it's like when you're in a relationship and you claim to love someone, whether it's a friendship, whatever the relationship is, that love is supposed to pursue. And so being with this group of girls in this circle of friends, it just has exposed my selfishness. I'm like, I'm naked. I feel exposed.
Work on her, y'all. Work on her. Yeah.
So I'm getting gooder and better. But
I think Crystal's, her friendship life is different from mine. I have one best friend, and we are like best.
Is she coming on the show or not?
She's supposed to be here, but she ain't make her plane. So she gonna come another time. But you'll meet her. Y'all know my best friend. Her name Marcy.
She's amazing.
Hey Marcy, she's super amazing. But we've been best friends forever. So that's because I've always been so like secluded. I never had girlfriends.
Yeah.
Even in high school, you did. Like you had Nicole, Twyla, all of them. Yeah, you had Keita.
Yeah, a little something. I didn't know that.
No.
What you used to be doing?
Nothing. Talking to myself. Just daydreaming. I'm literally over here trying to think, what did she used to be? I drew pictures. I wrote stories.
What?
So my development.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm still the same way. So growing up, I didn't have girlfriends. I didn't have.
I take that back. You did. I'm about to start naming your Sugar. Angela Wilson.
She wasn't my best. I was trying to be her friend. I was trying to be Sugar's friend. I was trying to be Angela Wilson's friend.
No, y'all kind of hung out a little bit.
Me and Angie hung out, but I was trying to be Angie's friend. Angie, I love you. You know that. But I was trying to be Angie's friend. But I didn't have
that you check on, hang out with consistently.
I didn't have friends like that. I was always by myself, writing letters, writing stories, drawing on paper.
This is funny.
It's hilarious. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So I've always been by myself, and I'm still that way today.
And you're good with it or not good with it?
So sometimes I feel a little batty, but that's just who I am. But yeah, so I would love to have girlfriends.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, in the episode, if you guys watched the episode before, we talked about friends. Like, oh, I'm not going to call you. It's not that I don't like you.
Right.
I don't know how to. I'm being honest. I don't know how to make friends.
Well, me either.
And I don't know how to keep. And I don't know how to make friends, and I don't know how to keep them.
Me either.
I don't know how. I'm not good at relationships. So if I see somebody I like, I will just stick to that one person and then make that person my friend.
I get that. I get that. So, do you think you're an introvert?
I am very
much. You've been posting introvert stuff lately.
I'm such an introvert,
but you're not.
I'm such an introvert.
Figure this out. Which one? On the river, on the bank?
I am such an introvert, and it's getting worse as I get. It's getting worse. I used to be a little bit better, like out there a little bit.
If you told people you was introvert, they would be like, "Girl,
am I introvert, y'all? Yes or no? Put it in the comments."
No.
So an introvert is somebody that. What's it say? What it say? What the Bible say?
Right. It be like they don't be like want to be around people all the time. They like to be by themselves, and
they don't talk a lot. They don't communicate. It's not that I like to.
Yeah.
I just need to. I recharge when I'm by myself, and then when it's time to be on show,
you're ready.
I'm ready, but I have to go. I have to go right back in.
Yeah.
Like I can't sustain it for a long time, so I don't make friends easy because. When you make friends easy, it's a sustainable relationship. I have relationship problems. We'll talk about that.
Okay, but I have to figure it out. But I'm kind of like that too. I think I'm an introvert for sure. I really suck at one-on-one conversations with people.
Me too.
So if a girlfriend is like, "Girl, let's go get some food," I'll be like,
"No."
What?
They'd be like, "Can I ride with you in the car?" I'd be like, "No."
Like, why would you want to ride with me?
I'm gonna be daydreaming. Daydreaming, girl. I don't know what to talk about.
I get anxiety about what to talk about. And the crazy thing is, if I find a friend that is a talker, I will talk and engage and enjoy it. But I feel uncomfortable with quiet moments and I don't know what to say. So I'd rather just not do it at all. Like, let's just not do this.
I like to have, if I meet a girl or have a friend, I like for them to be the talker.
Yes.
I just be listening. And then I daydream and then I listen, but I listen to them.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one-on-one conversation. So like I said, I'll find somebody that I like.
Yeah.
Like going to church.
Yeah.
I'll see one girl that I like, and this is not what you call it?
What?
No FOMO or something?
No homo?
No homo, yeah. But I'll see somebody. She's pretty nice. Can I get your phone number?
Can you put your phone number in my phone?
Okay, girl, I'm going to call you. Let's do lunch. No, but seriously. If I meet somebody that I like a lot, I will be like, I like that person because that means that they make me feel comfortable with me being me.
Okay.
I don't have to be out of my shell. I'm comfortable with them.
Yeah.
Now,
will you but initiate? You will go out with them. You You want to initiate.
I don't know how to initiate.
Okay. So we need to figure. I don't know how to tell
Somebody
you.
Somebody got to show me how to.
How do you be friends?
Hey girl, how you doing? What you say? You want to do lunch? You want to do brunch? No, you want to do brunch? You want to go to brunch?
Yes, with that B on it. Yeah, I think you just go do brunch and you catch up. Our sister Jennifer, we need to ask her. I think she knows.
Jen know how to make a friend, baby.
She will get a friend.
She will. Jennifer will make her own friends.
Yeah. You be like, where these people come from? Maybe at lunch and brunch.
And talking about it. But Jennifer likes to talk.
Yeah.
Jennifer's really quiet. But she communicates.
She does.
But you don't think so?
No, I agree. I don't disagree at all.
Sometimes?
No, I think she likes to talk. I think she can keep a conversation going, is inquisitive.
Yeah, she's inquisitive.
She's very inquisitive. She's a researcher. I think I'm not into signs, but my husband is. So he will say of her, it's a Libra thing because he's a Libra as well.
Oh,
I'd be like, whatever. But
talk.
they do their research and talk about things like little things and big things. And
she does. She'd be like, so what do you think about this? I'd be like,
girl, what is you talking about?
What are you talking about, Jennifer. She's like, so how do you think I should do?
Right.
And she has a friend that's back in Ohio, and they just talk about everything. And I just be looking at them like, y'all just talking.
Like,
but she does, like, you wouldn't know that Jennifer talks to people because she's really reserved and quiet. But once you get her going,
she'll go.
Yeah, she'll go. So I mean,
money.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, so
I learned that. I don't have that.
Yeah,
but I do want to make friends, though. I do need my own friends.
All right, so
maybe I can go on a friend quest.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. So what do we need? So we did a friend interview with people. What would we ask them? So how do I know the person is the right friend for you? So they make you feel comfortable. What else they gotta do?
Oh, they gotta be natural gigglers.
Gigglies.
The first thing is if you know how to laugh, it is on.
Best friends. Yeah.
That's how I meet my friends.
I agree.
It's from giggling across the classroom.
I agree.
Giggling at church.
Yeah.
Getting the same type of joke.
And you got to know how to get a joke, but you need to know how to give it too. Like that's the real friends. Like if you give me a good joke.
How you know?
Yeah.
But even like when I was in school, I would have guy giggle friends.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but guy giggle buddies are better than girl giggle buddies. And that's why I'm blessed because when I see my husband be laughing at people, okay.
Oh, he is a giggle. He is definitely a giggle buddy.
Oh my gosh, like he's funny. So guy giggle buddies are very cool.
Yeah, they're real cool. They're real cool. So, but when I was in school, I would sit in the corner and be like, "Hey, let's laugh. Let's get it in." So that's kind of my biggest thing. If you know how to get and give jokes, But as females, I don't like drama and competition. So being in a group of friends or a group of people for me that it's like, oh, what you buy and what you got and what you did and what you, I just totally it goes over my head because I'm not that way.
I actually hate it a lot too. Yeah. And sometimes it could even feel like frenemies. Like like what's
really happening here?
What are we doing? You know, like the competitive part, like growing up, I didn't have a lot of girlfriends, but I was like the girl that hung out with the guys for that reason. Because when I tell you, baby, guys got some tea, honey. Guys talk about women gossip.
They got good tea.
Oh my gosh, they know who's sleeping with who. They know everything. So I was always the girl that was like, hanging out with not a bunch of guys, but I would have a guy friend or two, because it felt safe. It felt like there's no competition. I don't feel like I'm around this person. They looking at me or.
They don't even be looking at you like that. You'd be like, what's up, homie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think having guy friends when I was younger, like just guys to just check, was almost like having a brother. Because we don't have,
oh, we needed a brother.
We need a brother.
But I got to tell y'all a quick story though. We had thought for a little while that Babyface was our brother. No, like Kitty Babyface and Miss.
Kitty Babyface and I think he still might be our brother. He got the same structured nose. When I had a skinnier face, I could have swore I was Babyface Jr.
Okay. Well, let's say BF. Okay. You got that whip appeal. Melissa used to be having that whip appeal. So we was like, my dad had a son, and we never knew what happened to him.
Yeah, remember that time we thought that dude was
that dude.
We thought one of Crys's boyfriend was her daddy's son.
So many stories, y'all. Yeah, so we were just like wanting to know who this guy was, and I was dating this guy, and he came over my house.
He was like, "That's my daddy."
Right. It was a picture of our whole little family picture. He was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "That's my dad." He was like, "That's my daddy."
That's my daddy. We like, what?
I said, say what? And he says his name Robert Earl, and I was like, oh no. I was like, well, first of all, knowing my daddy, ain't no telling what my daddy
name is. Daddy had a lot of different
5 to 10 names. Okay, that's a whole nother podcast. He kept a name.
Rest in peace, Dad. Love you. He kept him a name on deck. And a social security number. And a couple of checks.
I blame the military for that. But anyway, so he's like, his name Robert Earl. But my dad's brother's name was Robert Earl as well. So we just never knew. But long story short, he was not I was not dating my brother.
We was driving all on Kinsman. We was up there with the picture book is this your son?
Okay. And he had he was a twin. So it was a twin girl too. So if he was, it would have been two. Yeah, it would have been two of them. We were like,
I don't even remember who that was, but
yeah, it's so funny.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah.
So
I forgot how we got here, but
relationships. We talking about relationships. So I hope you guys. I don't know. What else? Was it anything else?
No. What we need to let's tell them about. What we need to tell them about Jesus, about the Bible.
Ecclesiastes. You say she was been studying Ecclesiastes. I've been studying the Bible too, but I didn't.
No, it'd be hard sometimes reading your Bible every day.
It is hard. I do read my Bible
every day.
Every other day.
Okay.
Every other day. Some days I sleep in and I try to study every day. Like from the time that I wake up in the morning, I'm like, God, please be the first thought of my day. Let me read a scripture. I'd be like, walk with me, guide me, keep my mind, keep my words. And I always ask God to fill me with love.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I need to say that.
Fill me with love today. Help me to be kind and loving and sweet.
Yeah.
And not mean or and even submissive too. Like let me just have some soft words.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that specifically. I think that's good. I mean, I pray around that, but not like so pointed. Like you're like, just fill me with love today.
Fill me with love
because
today.
Love covers
everything.
It just covers it.
But when you love people, you speak to them differently.
You do.
And sometimes you don't realize, if you don't exercise or use love, you talk to them in your kind of way and you let the devil just come right in. You be like, you ugly. Be like, okay. And your mama ugly. Your mama ugly
and
too.
I ain't never
I ain't never liked you. And you be like, where did that come from? Why am I so mean for no reason?
What is the problem
It's
here?
nothing but the enemy.
Yeah.
It's nothing but the enemy. But so I ask for that every day.
Yeah.
And then I also ask for my goal. Remember last time I was talking about being honest? This season I am being obedient.
Oh, I like that.
This is my obedience season. So in order to be obedient, you have to know what God is telling you to do and what he wants you to do.
Right.
Well, how do you know that?
Right.
You have to ask him. But if you ask him,
but
you also have to fast and pray.
You do.
You have to fast.
You do.
You have to want it. You have to ask. You have to seek. You have to desire it.
Yeah.
And how do you know when you are seeking obedience if he told you what to do?
Right.
So that means you have to learn how to listen to the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
You have to be willing. You have to take the time. You have to be intentional.
You do.
So
you have to get the other noise out.
Other noise out.
Whether it's social media, TV.
Yes. People,
all of that.
You have to seek his face. So for me, I want to be obedient.
Yeah.
And I'm always disobedient. I think I'm a contrarian.
Right. I'm just contrary.
I'm doing whatever I want to do.
Yeah, no.
In the name of Jesus. You know, but you have, and seeking obedience is very difficult because you can be reluctant in obedience. And let me tell you, I kid you not, there's different ways that God speaks to people.
Right.
Through dreams.
Right.
Numbers.
Yes.
Just all kind of different
Homeless
ways.
People on the street. Look, donkeys in the Bible.
Yes, donkeys. All kinds of ways. However he can get to you is how he speaks to you. Yeah. If you are listening.
So I have a question. So are you trying to say that even though he speaks in different ways, like individual people have he has like that one main way? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So there's a way that, God knows us intricately. He knows the deepest inner part. He knew us before we were made. He will do whatever he can to get you to be saved or to get you to submit or to the goal.
Yeah.
Whatever way he needs to speak to get your attention. Yeah. Some people, he has to allow them to go through problems. Yes. Some people don't go through problems. He works through them in different ways.
I agree.
So for me individually, I had to start focusing on, Lord, how do you speak to me?
Okay.
And how have you spoken to me in the past? Or even if it was in the past, how are you speaking to me today?
Right.
And it really takes, I don't like to fast, as you can tell. I've been fasting though. I've been fasting and I've been working out too.
Yeah,
so, but
she looking good.
But fasting is difficult for me because it takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
And when somebody tells me you need to fast and pray about that, I'll be like, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
You know?
I'm gonna get to it.
I'm gonna get it off social media this morning.
Right.
This morning.
1 hour. 1 hour.
Yeah. But fasting is really depriving yourself of what sustains you.
Yeah.
Facebook doesn't sustain you.
Yeah, that ain't it.
That's not it. Fasting from, going to the store or.
I know. I feel bad because I be calling that a bootleg fast. I said it one time and people got offended.
They did.
I was like, I'm sorry, but it's kind of bootleg.
It's made because it's us made. It accommodates us. Yeah. You can fast from social media. You do need to do that.
Right.
But I'm comfortable with doing that. I can get off Facebook for 30. You can survive without Facebook. But can you survive without food?
Nope.
Can you survive without water? Can you survive without air? No, you can't.
Right.
So that's the difference. To each his own.
Yeah.
But I like bootleg fasts.
Right.
Fasts because they are convenient.
They're convenient and comfortable.
But when I really want to hear from the Lord and I take the time to do that and I abstain from food and eating and I'm hangry and I'm, it causes you to depend on God more and more.
Absolutely.
And so I've only fasted about 3 real times.
Yeah, me too. Literally probably 3 to 4 real times.
But every time he has spoke to me, he has said the same thing. He does not change.
What?
He does not change.
Wow.
When God speaks to you, he does not change.
Wow.
And you can choose to do it or not.
Yeah.
And you can ignore it, or you can even accept it and receive it and just keep on going with your life.
Yeah.
And if you fast again, he's going to be right there.
Like, I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Woo.
Yeah. I said what I said. So you got to want it. And if you don't want to hear what he have to say, you don't fast for a long time.
I feel like the last time I fasted, right? You be like, we're not saying the F word, okay? Don't say that.
The F-bomb.
Right? Don't do it. I feel like the last time I fasted, I don't know if it was the best fast, but I feel like it wasn't focused enough. The Bible says, some things only come with fasting and praying. So my mouth is something that, I struggle with. The Holy Spirit's been stopping me before I say things lately. I hear him so clear. He'd be like, don't say that.
Don't say that.
I'll be like, but I want
to say it because they need to know.
It's good what I'm about to say, how I'm about to say. How I'm about to put these words together. This word combination is fire.
This word combo about to be fire.
Woo! So I appreciate that God's been working on me with that. But fast. But fast.
Yeah, it's key. And so I was reading in the Bible. I want to say it was in John. It says that I'll find the scripture. I'm not good at quoting scripture, but I read that a spirit or the spirit that you have that's not towards God, or if you have a bad spirit, it's hostile towards God, or it's hostile, something to that degree. I'll find it and I'll read it to you guys. But when I read that means that anytime that you get divine wisdom, words that, are from the Lord, and your spirit is not, you don't have the Holy Spirit, you're hostile towards God. I'm not doing that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wrong. You start arguing.
Yeah.
You get defensive. You're fighting.
Wow.
That's how you know what spirit you have.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, it's,
that's good.
It's
and real.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's totally real. And I can always tell when I have the Holy Spirit and when I don't.
Yeah. And you ain't in here today.
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm like, you ain't in here. So I ask for it I've been asking for it every day, because listen, y'all, it is this world and where we are, we know better. We know what we know.
That part.
All this stuff that we got going on, there is nothing worth losing your soul for.
Not one thing.
Not one thing.
And to add to that, there is no excuse for us to be lost.
There's no excuse.
Because God has given us everything that we need to be saved.
Yeah. And for us that know him and for us that know the truth, and we need to be sharing it. People are out here dying. I know we're going on a tangent, but I say that to say, me seeking God out and fasting and prayer and seeking out obedience is the first step for me.
Yeah.
I got a long way to go. I am not where I need to be, but I'm asking him for that. And you have to be specific.
Yeah.
And then you got to sit there and listen, like, speak to me. Is that you or is that me?
You do. You really, really do. And I love this about God, that he gives us a choice. He's like, baby, I'm not going to force you.
Yeah.
I'm not. He's like, I love you. I want you. I'm going to do everything that I can to draw you to me, but I won't make you and I won't force you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish he would, but he won't,
No.
He's just like,
he's not going to zap the magic wand and make you.
Yeah, you just have to choose him every day. Like every day you wake up, you have to be like, okay, Lord, I choose you. I choose to listen to you. I choose to be obedient.
Yeah.
And
it's a tough thing because by midday you've been gone awry. By midday, we're like, Lord,
I've gone awry and it's 11 a.m.
Have you ever been praying and then you get up and do the doing? You just be gone, be out like, I'm about to kick it.
Listen, I heard this speaker literally say, like, don't pray. Not only don't pray audibly, but don't pray and ask God to help you not do specific things, because while you're speaking those things, you're thinking about doing those things, and then you go do it. So he's like, don't get on your knees and be like, God, please help me not to have sex tonight. Yes. Because after you get up, you be like, sex tonight sounds good.
Real good.
And then you go do it. He's like, you gotta be careful.
Prepare yourself. I'm preparing for sin because I like it.
Yeah, he said you gotta be careful. So
you gotta be careful about. And so that's so funny about audible prayer, because the only time I can remember and be real true about my prayers is out loud. Because if it's in my head, I just start
a lot of stuff in there.
Real quick,
girl,
I'm about to go work out.
And how about I will get up and go wash the dishes
in the middle of prayer?
Cause I'm like, I gotta do this before I forget.
Yes, I gotta get up. I gotta go. I'm like, it's 7:00. I gotta get up. I'll wake up and let me text these people. Let me check my bank account, see how much money is in there, so I know what's gonna come through today. But your mind, there's so much going on. And I think we're like, in today's society, we're really, really distracted because we have so many, we can multitask. God created us with the ability to do that. But this is what my day looks like. 5 pings from Messenger, 20 emails, 17 group texts, and phone calls and phone screens all day. So it's a lot. And then you're looking at Facebook, and then you're looking at Instagram, and then you're looking at TikTok. So the attention span is so short that when I get in prayer, the next thing I know, I'm doing a TikTok dance.
Yes, it's to the next thought.
It's to the next thought. It is. That's what the devil does for distractions. We gotta guard our avenue. But it's so much stuff. I mean, and once you start talking about something, you just start talking about everything.
It's all like looped together.
So we hope you guys are going to enjoy this season. We're going to be with you for the next 8 episodes.
Next 8 episodes. Oh, a couple new things we're going to do. Did I say this already?
No, we didn't talk about it. We didn't even talk about anything.
I know. It's okay. So one thing we want to start doing is we want to promote a Black business every week. Hopefully it'll be local. We're here in Georgia. So it'll probably be somebody local, but maybe not. We got people in Ohio and all over. But we want to do that. So if you have a Black business that you would like for us to promote, go ahead and put that in the comments as well. It'll be first come, first serve. We'll try to get to y'all. But
let us know.
Yeah, we just want to just promote our people and how amazing we are and how amazing we've become. I feel like since COVID, people were getting laid off and stuff and started using their gifts. So, we just want to use this platform to just big up our people. Black excellence.
Black excellence. No, it's Black excellence. Okay. That's what we're going to promote.
Black excellence. So we're going to do that. What else did we say we were going to too. We have a social experiment coming up. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be good. So we want to know, are you here for it? Okay. All of it, all the stuff that's coming. Yeah. So we're going to up our promotion. We have an amazing social media team. We're going to utilize them a little bit more, and we are going to, just be out there so that y'all can check us out. And we just really hope that we're saying something that will help you to grow.
Yeah.
To laugh a little bit, to think about something a little bit. And like I said, if you guys engage with us like we want you to, then we can learn some stuff from y'all too.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're trying to do.
That's what we're trying to do. So. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed us today.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.